right, well, we are at 12 Eastern Standard Time. So we do have a new person to the community coming up for Form Zero. If you want to come on and tell us what you need us to do for you to get you set up. What's up?
Hey, how's it
Pulling
going,
out of Florida.
everybody?
Hey, look who it is.
Yep, in
Oh,
Florida.
hey.
This is my wife, Elaine. She's going to be doing the seated postures while I'm doing the standing ones. So pretty much, you can if you
Oh,
have like a
no.
space to sit, you can go ahead and sit. We'll go ahead. We'll start in a seated posture, or if you would feel more comfortable standing, you can do that too. Um, and you need a lightsaber. And we'll go ahead and start it with in the just turned off for right now. And go ahead and mute yourself just so that like nothing kind of changes the video or anything on anybody. So go ahead and get started here. Oh, and real quick, can everybody hear me? Okay. Yep. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So easy seated posture. This is going to look different for everybody. For me, this is my easy seat. I've just got a block and a blanket that I'm sitting on. You could sit in a chair, and if you're sitting in a chair, just bring your butt just a little bit forward so that your feet can be nice and firmly planted on the floor. And so we're just going to start with a quick 5 minute seated meditation to kind of get into our space here. Um, this is called Form Zero. This is in relation to the lightsaber forms 1 through 7. In the lore, Form Zero is kind of the first thing that the Jedi should learn, which basically is just how to discern what action needs to be taken. For our purposes, this is going to be um, how to set an intention and then move towards that intention. So first, we'll just come into our seated posture here, focusing on our breath. So first, just take a deep breath in and then exhale it out, nice and easy. Again, inhale and then exhale. So, and don't mind me, I'm going to be looking at my cheat sheet here. The main difference between what we want to focus on with our breath, and this is going to carry out through the whole practice, is if you're familiar with yoga, you might be familiar with relaxing into the exhale, just kind of inhaling deep and then just dropping your breath. But what we want to focus on is actually expelling the breath. So when we inhale, or when we breathe, it's a two-part process. So there's the inhaling part, and then there's the exhaling part. And so typically in a yoga class, we will inhale and just continue breathing throughout this process or throughout this portion right here. We're just kind of getting acclimated to our space right now, our mental space and our physical space. But in a regular yoga class or just a normal yoga class, when we exhale, we're really just relaxing into it, allowing our body to kind of just be at ease. But for this, what we want to do is actually focus on expelling the breath because when we do that, it invites the body to inhale again. So when we are, you know, in our day to day and we're trying to just um, get up the courage to go do something or have a tough conversation or something like that, it helps to kind of bring it into, helps, breathing helps us come into ourselves and helps us set our focus. So with that in mind, take one more deep breath in, hold it at the top, and then just exhale, letting it out. We're still just doing a normal yoga breathing, like the 4 part breath. We'll come into that. If you've taken the first semester of the Jedi training, you'll be familiar with this. So take one more breath in and then exhale. Okay, now we'll come into the 4 part breath or box breathing. So take a deep breath in, hold at the top, And then exhale. Do it one more time. And then exhale. And so now this time we're actually going to focus on expelling the breath. So when you inhale, I want you to hold at the top, and you're going to hold it until you're just about to just completely let it out. Like your body is going to force it out. So come into this breath, inhale, hold it as long as you possibly can. And this is going to be different for everybody. And now when you come to that space where you have to exhale, notice how your body forces that breath out. So we'll do this one more time. Inhale. Bring it at the top. And exhale. So what we want to focus on is training that response so that our our breathing becomes uh, purposeful, and so that we are um, moving with our breath. We're exhaling as we are moving to our furthest range of motion, but we're pushing that breath out so that our body can then receive more air. So with that in mind, if you're seated and you prefer to be standing, you can go ahead and come into seated posture, or excuse me, standing. And then if you are seated, just come to the edge of your seat with your feet on the floor and pick up your saber. So I'm just going to stand right here. I think you can still see me. Okay, so from here, we're in a mountain pose. That means our shoulders are rolled back and down. Saber is in our hands and it's just resting at our waist. You can turn it on or turn it off. I'm starting with it off here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And again, we're doing that same expelling of the breath. And if at any point you feel dizzy throughout this practice, just tuck the chin and come back into your normal breath, and then the dizziness should pass. So take a deep breath in again. Exhale. So we'll start to introduce a little bit of movement here. We're just going to be moving our head. So with the chin slightly tucked, take an inhale, and we're going to be moving our chin across our sternum to look at the edge of our blade. And then exhale back to center. Take a breath here at center. Exhaling. And then inhale, moving the chin to the right to finish that U shape. So then when you exhale, come back to the center. Do that a couple more times. Inhale to the left. Exhaling back to center. Take a breath here. Inhale to the right. Exhaling here. Inhale to the center. One more time. And inhaling to the right. Now come back to center. Bring the saber up. Go ahead and turn it on. And now here we're going to keep the mountain pose that we've been in. We're going to stick with our moving our head, but instead of a U shape, we're just going to turn the chin. So take an inhale, looking to the left. Back to center. Inhale to the right. Back to center. Then again, inhale to the left. Back to center. Down to the right. And then back to center. So do that one more time, everybody. And then we'll meet back in center. So now here, we're going to, if you're seated in a chair, you might need to adjust your seat a little bit by turning your legs to the side. So from here, we're still in our mountain pose. We're just going to inhale the blade over our right shoulder. And now if you're familiar with extending the arms overhead, we're going to do that. So inhale, extending the arms, and we're going to be coming into side bends. So take a deep breath in, and then exhale to the left. Hold here for a breath. Inhale back to center. Exhaling here. Inhale to the right. Inhale back to center. And then one more time to the left. Inhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale to the right. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Reach one more time with an inhale. And then exhale, bring the saber over the left shoulder, or just the opposite shoulder of which you brought it over. Now holding here in mountain pose again. Now so if you're seated, come back to the front of your seat. And we'll come into our first posture, our first extended posture, which is warrior one. So if you're standing from mountain pose, take a deep breath in, and then just bring the right leg back. It's about a 90-degree angle, bend into your knee, front knee. And if you're seated, you can see here, you just want your back leg towards the back of the seat. And then your body is just going to be kind of on the edge of the chair there. So take a deep breath in here. Exhale. So we're going to do a similar movement by bringing the saber over our right shoulder again. So inhale, bringing the saber over right. Then again, extending the arms up, inhaling. And then this time just leaning backwards. Then take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bringing the saber over the left shoulder, back into our warrior one. Inhale, bring the foot forward again, back into the mountain pose. And now we'll come to our left side. So inhale to bring the left foot back. Just how you need to. You're seated, make sure that you're nice and stable on the chair. About a 90-degree angle bend in the front knee. So this time we're going to come over our left shoulder. So take a deep breath in, inhaling the saber over the left. And again here, inhaling to stretch. Just taking 2 breaths here. Then on the 3rd breath, take a deep breath in. Coming back, bringing the saber over the right. And then bringing ourselves back into mountain. Now from here, just kind of step the feet out wide a little bit if you're standing. We're going to come into a warrior two pose. So if you're seated, that's going to look a little bit different, but you're just going to first turn the left foot out, then kind of seat it back a little bit. And then you might need to adjust by extending the legs if you can. So we're now in this position. You're going to take the saber, move it towards the back leg, take your empty palm, and just kind of fix it in the crook between your leg and your hip there. Then just extend the back arm, take a deep breath in. Exhaling here, we're going to hold for just one more breath. Now you can open up that empty palm if you'd like. Turn the head to look. So now just reverse that motion. Bring the empty palm back to your knee, or back to your leg, sorry. Turn to look forward, bring the saber, straighten that leg, turn the heel in. Now take a breath here. Now we'll come to the other side. So turning the right foot out, coming into a bend there. Extend that leg a little bit deeper if you need to. Now again, so I have to adjust my grip so that I can get it into the back of my hand. So again, inhaling the arm out, bringing the empty hand to the crook of your knee or your leg and your hip there. Take a deep breath in, extend the arm. Now open up the empty hand, looking forward. Reverse that, so bring the empty hand back to the leg. Bring the saber back to the center, straighten your leg, coming back into our wide stance. So now we're going to hold this stance. We're going to come into Doomback Rider. Been in the Star Wars lore there. So we're just going to sit back a little bit, like you're riding a horse or Doomback. And then just coming into a nice, easy pose. If your knees at all start to hurt, just come out of it. Just step, and then just maybe wiggle like shift your weight a little bit. Or if it's too painful at all, then just make your stance a little bit more narrow. If you at all feel any kind of discomfort or anything, it's okay to come out and lay down or do whatever you need to. So in our wide stance here, we're just going to come back in a seated posture, and we're just going to breathe here. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. So we're going to do the same over the shoulder movement here. So take a deep breath in, bringing the saber over the right shoulder. And this time we're just going to exhale it, bring it right back over the left shoulder. Do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale over the left. One more time. Inhale over the right. And exhale over the left. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. So now we're going to go over the left shoulder first. So inhale over the left. And exhale over the right. Inhale over the right, or excuse me, the left. Exhale over the right. Inhale over the left. And exhale over the right. Good job, everyone. Now, inhale yourself back up. Bring your feet back into your mountain pose. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Now from here, excuse me, one more standing posture. We're going to come into a balance pose. If you're seated, you can bring the chair like this. Now, if you're using a chair, notice how you can keep your hands on the back of the seat, um, and you can focus on just kind of getting that right movement with your ankle while using the chair for balance. If you're not using anything for balance, we're just going to be in our mountain pose here. And then we'll start by first just lifting the heel. We'll start with lifting the right heel. So inhale, lifting your right heel, shifting the weight to the left, and then just coming back down with the exhale. Then we'll do the same. So inhale, lifting the left heel, and then coming back, exhaling it down. I'll do that one more time. So inhale, and exhaling it down. Inhale the left, and exhaling it down. So now here, there's a lot of different ways you can do tree pose. We're going to be getting into just a little bit of light balance. So again, we'll inhale, lifting the right heel, and then we'll turn it out. And you could stop right here, just keeping the heel right above the left ankle. You can go up to the calf. You can go as high as you want. We're just going to take a couple of breaths here. And if you have to come in and out of it, that's totally fine. Your body is still getting the benefit of practicing posture. With an exhale, coming back down, coming back to equal weight. Just kind of shift your weight from side to side a little bit. Then we'll come to the other side. So be like nice and grounded here. Take a breath in, just in mountain pose. Exhale. Inhale to lift the left heel, turning it in, and then just placing it right above the right ankle. You can stay here if you like, or you can bring it up to the calf or to the inner thigh, whichever is comfortable for you. And the sides might feel different. So for me, my left hip is just a little bit tighter, generally speaking. So I'm just going to keep it on the calf here, or it might fall out. It happens. It's okay. Come back to it. One more breath here. Come back into our mountain pose, shifting the weight. Now we'll just come into some twisting. So we're going to be in our mountain pose here. And then we're just going to inhale. We move our bodies to the left. And exhale to come back to center. Inhale. And then exhale. Just some easy turns here. One more time. Left. Exhale it back. Inhaling. And then exhale. So we're going to come into a little bit more of a deeper twist here, but all we're going to be doing is kind of combining some of the movements that we've done up to this point. So when we inhale to the left, we're going to be turning our foot out, like so, and then coming back, and it'll be the same on the right. So, and if you need to be in a seat to do this, that's totally fine. You can do the same thing by sitting on the edge of the seat and opening up, same thing, just like that. So we'll inhale to the left. Exhale as we place the foot down so that we're nice and stable here. And then we'll inhale back to the center. Exhale as we place the foot down, nice and stable. Inhale to the right. Inhale back to center. One more time. Right. Then inhale back to center. Now from here, if you'd like, you can come back down to the floor, or to if you're still seated in the chair, you can place your saber on the floor like so. And you just want to come into a seated, comfortable position so that can look however you like. You can use a blanket or a pillow to just kind of elevate yourself and tilt your pelvis forward a little bit. Sitting in a chair is, I think, a little bit easier for this portion here. So if you have a chair next close to you, you can do that as well. And so from here, we're just going to work on forward folding. So take a deep breath in. And then exhale to come forward, but just a little bit. We're not going to our full limit here. We're going to take a few breaths to come down a little bit lower. So breathe in this like light forward fold first. Take a breath to come back up. Take a breath one more time here. And then on the exhale, we'll come just a little bit further down. So exhaling, coming forward just a little bit. Keeping the shoulders rolled back and down. Keeping everything stable. Inhale to come back. Take a breath here. Inhale one more time, and then we'll exhale again. Folding forward just a little bit further than we've been. And take a breath here. Inhale yourself back up to center. Exhaling here. Now we'll come into some seated twists. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. If you want to maintain the seated posture that you have right now, that's totally fine. I'm going to lift up one of my knees, then bring my foot down here like so. Then I'll place my heel in front of the never learned the name of that top of your foot right here, but your right heel is in front of the left foot. So take a deep breath in, and then exhale here. This is my left hand, so I'm gonna raise it up, and then it's just going to come across the front of my right knee, and my hand is just going to hold on to it. So I'm back, I'm still centered, I haven't twisted yet. Let's take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, in your twist, could be a light twist or deep, however you feel you need. Just take a breath here. And then inhale yourself back forward. Take a breath here. Okay, now we'll come to the other side. So bringing the right foot down. Leg is going to be across the body. And the left heel is in front of the right foot. Again, just taking a deep breath here in center before we twist. Exhale. Inhale the arm up. And bringing it across the left knee. Hold here. Take a breath. And then begin your twist to the left. Get yourself back to center. If you need to, you can just kind of shake your legs out a little bit. Close. Keep your feet out. And now just come into an easy seated posture. Whatever that looks for you is fine. We're just going to be doing some hand stretches. A lot of times, we focus on stretching like the whole body and like the bigger parts of the body, but we neglect our digits, our hands, and our toes. So for this, we're just going to keep your palm flat like you're holding like a tray or something, and then make your palm wide. You got to hold the whole surface area of this invisible tray. Take a breath in, exhale. So we'll take our other hand, and then we're just going to press down on our pinky. So we're going to go through each of our fingers. So inhale to press, exhaling here. It's a nice gentle press. We're not trying to break our pinky off. And now inhale back to center. Now we'll just move through the rest of our fingers like that. So inhale, press. Inhaling back. So making sure that we're doing a full breath, inhaling and exhaling on on a single finger. And down to the thumb. Okay, and I'll just shake that hand out. Shake from the shoulder. And you want to kind of allow the hand to just kind of dead weight. This helps get any lymph that might have been built up from holding the saber or just holding our phones all day or whatever. I sit on a computer at work all day, so my hands usually are really tight afterward. So this always helps. And then we'll come to the left hand. So again, we're holding our invisible tray. Palms are wide. Take a deep breath in. Just exhale here. And now we'll begin on the pinky again. So inhale to press it down. Exhale while we're holding. Inhale back to center. Exhale here. And then inhale as you bring the press down on the ring finger. Middle finger. Index. And back to center and shake the hand. Again, shaking from the shoulder, just letting the hand feel like it's weightless. Okay, now from here, we're just going to be in our seated posture. If you need to do any kind of like twisting, forward folding, or changing your legs, however they are, tapping them out. So do whatever you need to do to get comfortable. We'll just sit here in a meditation, focusing on the breath again. Take a deep breath in, exhaling it out. And I found that when I'm really focusing on expelling the breath, it helps if you make it like an audible exhaling. Once we bring in our breath, or excuse me, once we bring in our voice to the exhale, it kind of engages the core in a different way than if we're doing it silently. So you can be as loud as you want. You're all muted, so don't worry about like the video picking up your voice or you know whatever. It's okay. So take a deep breath in and just sigh it out. Take a deep breath in. One more time. Exhale. And then just come back into a normal breath. Just notice how your body's feeling in this moment. Letting the breath nice and easy and calm. So we'll come into box breathing. So if you're unfamiliar with that, it's a four-part breath. So you'll count to four as you inhale, hold it at the top. So you might feel your chest puff up a bit. Once you get up to the top, just bring a slight tuck in your chin. We'll hold for 4 seconds. We'll exhale it out by pressing it out, like how we just did with an audible sigh. You might feel the core coming in to help kind of expel the breath. And so we want to encourage that. So once it's expelled, we'll hold for 4 seconds and then we'll restart over with an inhale. So inhaling for four, holding for four, exhaling for four, holding for four. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And then just come back to a normal breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Just gonna shake the shoulders, turn the head, come back to that U shape, and just kind of make circles with the chin. Reverse direction. Come back to center. And then again, we'll just shake the shoulders out here. Take a deep breath in, slight forward fold again. Maybe you can come a little bit further than earlier. Just breathing in here. Take a deep breath in and come back up. And now if you're seated, I just want you to bring one leg out, so that can be your right or your left, whichever is comfortable for you right now. If you're seated in a chair, just like so, we want to just target the hamstrings here. So however you feel comfortable with that stretch, we're just trying to get a stretch in our hamstrings, not overstretching, but just a light stretch. So you can sit here in the center here. You can start to reach towards the foot. You can fold forward however you want. You can even do a twist if you like. This part's up to you, however you want. We're just trying to get a little bit of a stretch in the hamstring and maybe engage a little bit more if we feel good. All right, now inhale that foot back in. Then let's come to the other side. And just kind of feel a stretch in the hamstring. Again, reach for the foot. Fold forward. Twist. It's up to you. Or do all of it. You could even just kind of move through that sequence if you like. It's nice and easy. Inhale that foot back in. Back to posture. And if you have any mobility issues, just kind of be aware of that. But we're just going to inhale our arms up, bringing them together, and then exhaling down. Inhale them up again. Exhaling down. Inhaling one more time. And exhaling, keeping the palms towards the sternum. Slight tuck in the chin. Then we'll do the chin movement as we did earlier in the practice. So just inhaling, looking to the left. Coming back to center. Inhale to the right. Back to center. One more time on each side. So inhale to the left. Back to center. To the right. Back to center. Relax the hands, shake them out. And then again, shake out the feet, apple toes if you need to. I like to do windshield wipers. If you can do that, you can on the floor or in the chair. Then just come back in an easy seated posture. Sit for 2 minutes of meditation. So eyes be closed or just gaze down with the chin tucked, taking an easy breath in, not really focusing on doing anything with the breath, just allowing it to come automatically. Noticing the sounds that are in your space. And not feeling anything, or not feeling any attachment to them, not feeling like you need to do anything about it. Just acknowledging it's there. Notice how the body feels. So a few minutes before the next workshop, if you'd like, I'm going to end a little early so that you can sit in meditation a little bit longer if you would like, or if you would like to do a little bit more movement, you can do that also. Just want to thank everybody for attending. I hope you enjoyed your time here, and may the force be with you.